Hi Capricorn, welcome to your March 2020 reading. Capricorn, in the month of March, apart from the various things that are happening, it's going to be a very busy month. You'll find yourself communicating a lot, taking a lot of short trips, or at least interacting over communication devices quite a lot with your surrounding, with the people. You might be writing, reading, publishing a lot in the month of March. But between all this busyness, a purpose of life is given birth to. Because on 22nd or 23rd of March, there is an activation of your solar eclipse of 26th of December, which happens. On 26th of December 2019, we had a solar eclipse in your sign, which was supposed to start a new phase in your life, which was supposed to start a new chapter in your life, and it came with South Node. It was supposed to release an old chapter to initiate this new chapter. And it came with the gift of Jupiter. Jupiter will be in your sign throughout 2020 till 19th of December 2020. This is a gift. This happens once in a decade that Jupiter comes in a sign. And whenever Jupiter comes in a sign, the very frame from which we look at our life expands. Our opportunities expand. Our career expands. The way we look at our life expands. We want to be more, and we are given the opportunities and the tools to be more. There cannot be any other sign with more opportunities as well as more responsibilities given during this time. You have Saturn in your sign, giving you a new structure of your life. It has been working on your restructuring of your life for the last 2 years. Since December 2017, Saturn has been reworking the very framework. What are the rules by which you govern your life? How do you use your resources? How do you use your time on earth? It does not want anything to go to waste. So it has been working hard on you like a tough parent to streamline your life so you can deliver your gifts in a more materially fulfilled way, materially successful way. Pluto has been in your sign since 2008, and it will stay there till 2023. 15 years in Capricorn, very rare event. Many of us will never experience that in our lifetime, having Pluto in our sign. It restructures the very archetype of that sign. The way that sign behaves shifts, because Pluto is about bringing out whatever is below the surface on the top. It wants you to be powerful. It wants you to be ambitious. It does not want you to feel sorry about being ambitious. It wants you to own it. It wants you to own your gifts. It wants you to own your power and be all you can be. So it will dissolve the things. It will remove the things. It will destroy some of the things which don't serve you well. And it might have already happened because Pluto has been added since 2008. It destroys the fake structures. At a society level, Pluto is a planet which affects our society, especially when it met Saturn in January. We spoke about it throughout last year. When Jupiter and Saturn come together, they recreate the very fabric of our existence. We've been saying that throughout last year. When Saturn and Pluto meet, and they met in January, on 10th or 12th of January, they recreate the fabric of our existence. They dismantle a whole era to bring about an entire new cycle of development, especially in your sign. It's a very, very important part of history that is written when these two planets are together in Capricorn. New foundation of society, of governance, of power structures, of resources is created. We are given the lessons to handle our power and our earthly resources in the more responsible way. We are told to take responsibility of our life, of our physical structure, of our body, of our physical resources, of our earthly resources, of our innate talents that we have been gifted. And you will feel very charged up in the month of March because now Pluto is touching Jupiter. Opportunity meets power. You'll feel very driven to make sure that your time on earth is used to make something useful. Your individuality wants to have power over your time. Your time on earth, you don't want to be in any superficial work when this happens. You don't want to fit in. This is a mass evolution, and you are at the front of it. You want people to get real with you. You want yourself to be truthful in your expansion. You want your ambition to not be hidden below the surface anymore. You want to be more, and you want to say that you want to be more. You don't want to be ashamed about wanting to be more materially. It is a time when ambition is given the breath, when dreams are given the breath. When we set clear goals, long-term, meaningful, powerful, material, dreams are given the opportunities and impact when this happens. You will have both the energy as well as the opportunities to make it happen. And it already started in December when we had a solar eclipse in your sign on 26th of December. That was the starting point. That was the kickoff of it. But now in March, that solar eclipse which happened in December is getting activated on 22nd or 23rd of March, and you'll feel that between 20th to 23rd or 24th of March. That part is getting activated, a new era of existence, a new opportunity coming up where you have to release an old part of you and move forward without any regrets, without any qualms about what you truly want. Jupiter, when it meets Pluto, we want to restructure for power. We want to restructure our life for power, for autonomy. We are seeking prosperity. We are almost obsessed with a goal when that happens because you are so convinced you want to take your power to another level. And the second half of March will drive you there. Focus is on a life change. So focus this energy on an important life change, project of a lifetime, changing your material status, changing the structure of your body, of your knowledge, of your inner wiring, of your business, owning your desires, channeling all of you, shadow side, positive side. People call passion, jealousy, anger, ambition as a shadow side, but channeling all of it, owning all of it, what your soul truly wants, owning it and growing that massively. These two planets, Jupiter and Pluto, will be in your sign throughout the time from mid of March to November. So most of this year will be covered by this aspect. There's growth through transformation when this happens. There's growth through even crisis. Even in a crisis situation, a Capricorn makes it. A Capricorn makes it work. It shows how crisis and growth comes together. These two planets signify that. Pluto is about rebirth through crisis. Jupiter is about opportunities. Opportunities come out of a physical crisis, of a global crisis. A sense of expansion is strongly attached to having power over your time, over your life, organizationally, internally, physically. You want to make sure that you are driving your life to the direction you truly want. It may not feel like that till 9th of March. I'll warn you, because what's happening right now is Mercury is retrograde. And it is retrograde in your house of thinking. You're rethinking things. You're revising things. You're revising your text. You're revising how you say things, how you show up to the world, how you speak, how you talk, how you connect to your surroundings, how you communicate your perspective. What are your skill sets that are commercially available? How do I make money out of the commercial skills I have? You're rethinking all of that right now. So it's sort of like we are on a hold till 9th of March, and then on 9th of March, once Mercury goes retrograde, goes direct on 9th of March, and then give it a day or two, on 11th of March, Sun meets Jupiter. That is where our physical body meets opportunity, our ambition meets physical manifestation. We start working on things. It could be a written communication you need to work on. It could be a plan you're making of your life. It could be you convincing somebody about your perspective, selling something, making commercial sense out of what you want to do. You are very, very driven and focused this year, and that is the way to be. Because this year, Jupiter in Capricorn, the road to success is to be focused on a goal and just going after it. The growth and expansion needs to happen systematically, cautiously, practically, through a plan. You can call it pessimism, but it is realism. We have to have realistic plan this year. Aim for solid, concrete achievement this year. Being goal-oriented. touch it, feel it goal, a physical manifestation. You are a earth sign. You are here to create something of material value, aiming something which is material, which is significant in a year when there's so much focus on your sign. With Jupiter being there once in 12 years, Jupiter comes in your sign. It's the time to expand who you are, but taking a risk on yourself with the eye to practicality, your innate realism, with the enthusiasm and the energy that is given to you with Jupiter there, as well as this month Mars, the planet of drive, the planet of ambition, the planet of that helps us physically do things, physically aim for what we want to do. Mars is in your sign this month as well. Till 30th of March, Mars will be driving you to get what you truly want. But we are like walking with brakes on till 9th of March, but after 9th of March, things have a speed of their own. There's so many positive aspects following 9th of March that you will make use of it. On 9th of March itself, we have a full moon in your house of purpose in life, in your house of adventure. It opens up opportunities to travel, to publish, to interact with people who are different from you, to create something which you can share with the wider audience. It could be a publish project. It could be something that you are teaching to people, you are educating people. It's your belief system. It is your way of thinking. It is your higher mind that you're publishing and sharing with the wider audience. People who are different from you, you're connecting with them, and you're making a broader plan, and you're convincing people on it. You might have reworked that during this time in your mind, in your head, or you might have reworked a written contract, and now you finally go out and share it with the public. This is the month when outward energy is there. You are sharing your viewpoints, your mind, your thought process, your inspirations with other people. It's the time when we have to be out and about, meeting people, interacting, absorbing knowledge from others, absorbing creative ideas from others. Even though we may not be able to physically do that through phone, through other communication modes, using technology to do that, interacting with people who are different from you, learning a lot, absorbing a lot of information. You are a sign who's able to take in wads and wads of information and make sense out of them. And I think you'll be in your element doing that this month. When day-to-day communication, media activity, commercial transactions are revved up, there's need to be flexible in those, at least till 9th of March, because till 9th of March, Mercury is retrograde. So there's chances of miscommunication, there's chances of rework in the work you do. But at the same time, you will be so imaginative. Neptune in your house of thinking is all about creativity. It's like you could wear any lens you want. Your mind can lens any lens you want. It's like you can look at the world through pink tinted glasses or through dark glasses. It's almost like a choice your mind has the capacity to make. Neptune makes us very adaptable. Our mind becomes a little bit more impressionable, which can be positive, but then we need to be a little bit careful on who we are letting in when it comes to our immediate surrounding. Because if you are in surrounding in company of good people, of inspiring people, you can get a lot of new creative ideas. You can absorb a lot of information from hearing from people, from listening to lectures, from day-to-day communication, from media, from TV, from people around you. The resources that you have around you, they can inspire you. You can rewrite things, you can review things, you can rethink, you can reconnect, you can sort of go down and recreate a written subject with a lot of enriched knowledge. You can enrich your skill set to a very high level. But if you're in the surrounding of people who are negative, they can bring you down very easily as well, because the energy is seeped through here when it comes to our mind. Our mind is more impressionable under the influences that are coming. And that is part of the process, because our mind, our thinking is being evolved as that happens. We are being open up to wider opportunities, which we may not get if we are trying to impose our will on things. So our will is softened to some extent. Our ability to impress our will when it comes to, this is how I want A to B to C. This is my plan and this is all I want. There's a little bit of softness in that, because your plan, your structure, your thinking, there are greater considerations that come into place, and that opens you up to receiving inspiration, to receiving information. Your self-expression is embellished and it's effortless. It's attuned to your creative potential when that happens, provided you surrender a little bit, not be so harsh on this is how I thought it should happen and this is how it should happen. We are being softened up in our plan because there needs to be space to remodel our thinking here, remodel our ideas. And this is happening with Neptune making a positive aspect with you, especially for people who have planets around 18 degree right now. If you have planets around 18 degree, even to 20 degree, because that's where the full moon of 9th of March is happening. That is around 9th to 11th of January born, though it's true for all of you, but especially for these specific points in the chart, 18 degree, 20 degree, even 24 degrees. So from, I would say, 9th of January born to around, I think that's around 15th of January, 9th to 15th of January born, this specific block, you might be able to create something enormously creative. You might be able to come up with an idea that is amazing, completely out of the box, very creative. It gives you joy, it gives you zest. And for all of you, this is the time of idea generation. March is the time of making ideas and making it happen, especially after 9th of March. You'll have the zest to do it. Plus, your mind will be like generating ideas by the minute. What happens with the 9th of March full moon is that it focuses it. This is a Virgo full moon. It demands focus, which jives in well with you. It says, let me put all this wads and wads of information that has come through to me, the ideas I've downloaded, the things I've heard, the things I've thought of, the things that have come through by my day-to-day communication, where contracts have come in or new chances have come in, new immediate environment shifts have come in, or I've got new ideas from people. Now let me put it into a broader plan, a specific plan, a specialized plan. And that's what you come up with. The Virgo full moon of 9th of March till 24th of March gives you a path. It gives you a path to work on. It gives you a blueprint of your success, where you know how to go about it. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of my life? What is my inspiration to move forward? What do I need to publish? What do I need to write? What is a specialized field in which I need to progress forward to make it to the next level? And this is a culmination of a lot of work that has gone in over the course of last 6 months, or even since September 2015. You might have been working on something, you might be learning a skill set, and now is the time to start displaying it, start sharing your knowledge with other people, start publishing it, start writing about it, start teaching it, start sharing it. There are details of a large plan that you start sharing with people, or details of huge amount of knowledge that you've accumulated, which could be spiritual, which could be creative, which could be religious, that you're sharing with others. It could even be related to diets, exercise, teaching. And your viewpoints, your perspective is shared broadly and widely with people at a larger scale, people who are different from you, people who are foreign, different religion, different background, different cultural background, different countries. And you will be able to do that effortlessly this month. From 9th to 24th of March is the time to make it happen. With Mars in your sign, which happens once in 2 years, Jupiter over there are new opportunities of growth which will come up. Now this is given very, very positive boost after 9th of March. On 11th of March, your house of thinking, Sun in your house of thinking, communicating, meets Jupiter. What you say has a big effect on people. What you say is received very well on 11th of March. Then on 14th of March, Sun meets Pluto. This full moon, this publication has impact. If you want to convince people about a perspective, if you want to convince people about a project, if you want to convince people about your point of view, I will choose 13th or 14th of March for it. Launching something to people where you have to convince them, you will be able to command people's attention. Pluto in your sign is all about magnetism. It's about getting people's attention. You know how to do this. You intuitively know what the audience wants. You intuitively know in a commercial transaction what the client wants. And I've said this before, Capricorns have a gift with Neptune here. They can enter a room and know what the room wants. You know what your surrounding needs. You know what people want. You understand the needs of other people. That is excellent for a person who's in a commercial field. It is excellent for a person who's in a spiritual field, in a creative field, in where you need to connect with your audience, and your road to success is to connect with an audience, is to connect with a client, is to connect with others, because you have North Node right now in your house of partnerships. So it's the time where you will be very effectively be able to connect with their audience. So 11th is very good for that, 14th is very good for that, and then 19th of March is when Sun is meeting Saturn. Focus comes in, longevity comes in. It's the time where we are rewarded for the work we have done in the past. It's the time when we can sign contracts. If you are signing a contract this month because you have the activation of your solar eclipse or a new start or a new wave starting, a new phase of life starting, some of you might be signing some contracts which you've been pondering over, going back and forth over. I would choose 19th to sign it. I would choose 14th to review it, to be sure that all the minor details in it are according to what I want. I would use 14 to convince people about what I want to put in the contracts or any commercial deal for that matter. And then 19 is the day to make it happen, is the day to deliver it. What follows after 19th of March is a shift in energy, because Sun moves into Aries in your house of home and family. So for the 2 weeks, especially 24th of March to 7th of April, it's possible that you might be busy in doing something new at home, or you might be doing something, you'll be taking charge of something at home. You might be taking some initiative to shift, to stay where you want, or to make some changes in your place of living, or you might be shifting something when it comes to your home and family. Your relevance in your family structure, your position in your family structure, and your ability to fulfill yourself emotionally comes into focus, and you take charge of that. There is something in your home and family that might need your attention at this time. And you have to be aware of a fact that 6 months this year, Mars will be in your home and family sector. Wherever Mars is, we are able to put a lot of effort in that direction. So starting from 27th of June, all the way till early 2021, Mars will be in Aries. That's where a lot of it could be a house move. It could be a new property. It could be something with your parents where you're putting in effort to create something that you want. It could be a family business run from home. It could be a real estate transaction. It could be just you wanting to make sure that your confidence, your ability to feel secure is up to the mark so you can deliver more in a public role, where you can deliver more to your clients, where you can deliver more to your job. You will be working on something related to your home and family, and there will be a new phase which is starting, I believe, from 24th of March all the way till 7th of April. That will come into focus. A new phase comes in you feeling more fulfilled, more secure, more confident, more stable in your life, in your living situation. And it's coming with Chiron. So there is an old wound over there with respect to either it could be a parental wound, it could be an identity wound when it comes to your relevance in family. That is being healed actively by you acting on it. So there is an initiative that is taken by you after 24th of March, a new initiative that is taken by you. It could be that you just taking charge of your home life, your family life more, you taking more active participation in it. There could be a new project you're starting when it comes to your real estate, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your property. And this is especially true if you have planets around 4 degree of Capricorn, which is around 26th of December born. All of you will feel that. All of you will feel new zest coming in your home and family life, but especially 26th born 2 or 3 days before or after, or 2 or 3 degrees before or after 4 degree of Capricorn, will feel that very strongly. It could be a new member addition in the family. It could be something new that you're adding to your house. And the second half of month, as I said, Jupiter and Pluto are together. Your ambition is revved up. You want to be who you truly want to be. And as a process of that, you will bring about significant changes in your life in the second half of the month, which will involve you taking charge, taking more power, sort of living how you want to live when it comes to how you show up to the world. There's no pretense. There is no mincing words. There is clear, disciplined approach to goals, being direct. You are a doer. You are a realist. You'll be being who you truly are, taking achievement seriously. You will be looking at material abundance as well. You'll be reducing waste of your resources, of your time, of your energy. You'll be taking responsibility more for the structure of your life, the value, precision. How am I getting value out of the time I'm spending? Self-control over wasting time on things that are not opportunities for you. Knowing which opportunities are right for you and focusing yourself on them. You will be drawing the right boundaries of your success. And the first conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto in April will spark an opportunity, will spark an initiation, because the first meeting is always about seeding an opportunity. So the 5th of April or 4th of April conjunction between these two planets usually will bring a new opportunity in front of you to grow further, where your sense of power, having more power in your life, because Pluto and Jupiter conjunctions always brings about opportunity where we are given more power over our resources, our time, and our ability to grow in an organization. If you are a part of an organization, possibly a promotion is given, possibly a position of power is given, possibly a way of growing forward, which makes you a head of a company, which makes you a head of a unit, that is given to you. And you are given the opportunity to display your power, your potential fully in that role. And you have been waiting for it. It would feel like you have been waiting for that opportunity for some time. What happens with the second meeting, which will happen later in the year, is that we make changes to it. Jupiter will go retrograde between mid of May to mid of September. You will find that the opportunities that you're originating right now, they will go through further growth, further embellishments later in the year. Right now, this month, though, let's focusing on March, Jupiter is specifically going between 19 degree to 24 degree. These are the degrees which will be most benefited. All of you will find opportunities of growth, but these are where once in decade opportunities are coming. So if you're 10th to 15th of January born between 10th to 15th of January, even a few days before or after 10th and 15th, bit wider, you'll find that you'll get a lot of opportunities. Origination of those opportunities especially could come between 20th to 23rd of March. That's also the time when the 4 degree is getting activated, the degree of solar eclipse that happened in December. So I do believe December born will also find new starts, or at least some material fated event happens with respect to a new phase of life starting at that time. Then in April, we'll have a full moon in your career house. That brings you in focus as a leader. As I said, your ambition is revved up. Opportunities are getting created in March. April becomes the time to act on those opportunities. April becomes the time when you're showcased, when you are put in spotlight, performing on those opportunities which you have originated, showing your skill set as a leader. There's another long-term change that is happening on 21st of March, which is Saturn, your ruler, is moving briefly from 21st of March to 1st of July in your house of resources. And it will again come back to it in December. Saturn will be in your house of resources for 2.5 years till mid of 2023. And it will sort of stay there from December. Right now it is briefly touching it from 21st of March to 1st of July. Then it re-enters it in December. I spoke about it in length because this is where you create money out of the opportunities. This is where you create value out of the opportunities. Once you're given the position, once you know what you want to do this year, once you sort of create this focus on the opportunities, where does the value for it comes from? How do I work on making this long term in terms of the resources? I spoke about it in detail in the video that I separately did as a part of 2020 and beyond, because Saturn and Jupiter will meet each other in December in your house of resources. So a new way of making money is given birth to. Your source of abundance shifts for the next decade. What are the kind of businesses, what are the kind of jobs, what are the kind of careers you should be in to make it big when it comes to financial gains and social gains and social contribution? So do look at that video. I've spent good time on that. Why I'm talking about it right now is 31st of March, Mars meets Saturn. So there is some initiation, some initial work you're doing when it comes to your financial resources. And you'll spend April on your financial resources. While you're put in spotlight, it's possibly a job that comes through and you're looking at how do I create value out of it. So some initial spark of this new source of income will be seen end of March, right at the end of March. 31st of March is when this is happening. So early April is when you'll experience that. Lastly, personal life, we didn't speak about it, but there's a lot happening this month. Venus is in your house of love, in your house of romance, in your house of joy, in your house of children, in your house of creativity throughout March. From 4th of March to 3rd of April, Venus is in a beautiful placement with you. This is a great time to find love, to fall in love with your children again. It's a great time to attract gains from investments. It's a time when it's possible that some investment you have made in the stock market or somewhere else, it sort of reaps gain. It could be a creative venture which you can embellish. 28th of March is very lucky for that. It's very good. It's an optimistic date. It's a lucky date. Two great benefics, Venus and Jupiter, they're combining together and you are in the center of it. It's the time to invest. It's the time to reap gains. It's a time of good cheer. It's a time of love. It's the time of optimism, dating, shopping, investment, gifts, all the good things in life on 28th of March. All of you will feel it. It's a very strong aspect, easy aspect, but especially if you have planets around 24 degree of Capricorn, which is around 15th of January born, will feel it very strongly. Even 22nd of March is a great day for love, for romance, for sensual activities, for dating, for spirituality, for creativity, for self-expression. 22nd of March is very, very good, especially for 19 degree Capricorn or 10th of January born. They should definitely use that creative high that they might feel on 22nd of March. One date which I want you to be careful of is 8th of March. Sun and Neptune are meeting each other. You can be very sensitive on 8th of March. And there's a possibility of a few surprises coming on that day. They could be financial, they could be love, they could be related to stock market volatility. They could be related to a sudden event in your love life or some surprise. Venus is there, so I don't think it will be negative, but it's surprising nevertheless. So be careful on 8th of March to stay flexible, to take it as it goes. Don't try to hold the flow of life on 8th of March. You'll be easygoing in that, and give yourself the latitude on 8th of March because you could overreact to some surprise as well on 8th of March. This is especially true if you have planets around 4 degree of Capricorn, which is around 26th of December born. If you have planets around early degree of Capricorn, especially December born Capricorn, Uranus is sort of exciting your love life, your house of joy. So new kind of romances, unexpected romances that you would normally not engaged in, they might be entering your life, or they might come in different form. Love comes in different forms. Love and passion comes in form of hobbies, in form of creativity, in form of sudden awakening to things we want to do in life, or to children. Love comes from children. Passion comes from other sources, like fulfilling the child within. So you are being opened up to new sources of joy and love, especially if you're December born, and 8th of March can throw some ideas in that direction. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. What an exciting month ahead. Just hold on I know things look hazy. They look hazy when Mercury is retrograde. They look hazy when we are going through a complete change in life, when we are going through the boundaries that govern our life. They are shifting. It does feel uneasy, but if you let these energies mold you, you are at the forefront of a big breakthrough, in my view. And some of you might have already gone through the other side. You've already gone through that process and seen the purpose of it all, of why we had to go through what we had to go through with Saturn in our sign. Good luck for what's ahead for you. I'll see you in the next video now.